Hello viewers, welcome to Wobility platform again. Wobility platform is a network of associations of women, of people, of community members that share their stories and talk about who they are in their community. Wobility platform is located in Eugene, the state of Oregon, West Coast. And if you are able to pass through this beautiful state, you are able to enjoy so many nice things. The state of Oregon is have everything. It has a mountain, it has a Pacific Ocean, it has so many breweries, and some people think it's a college state. But when you pass here, you get the gist and you know more. But today we are not talking only about the state of Oregon or Eugene City. We have a very, very talented youth on our platform today. And she is going to tell us lots of gruesome opportunity that youths today can enjoy and benefit themselves. So for you viewers, listen carefully, ask your questions whenever you think are possible through our YouTube channel. There we go. Welcome to our platform.
Hi, thank you, Ruth.
Yeah, we are so glad to have you here. So, what do you do?
Hi, yes. So my name is Brigette, and I work as the Live Healthy Lane AmeriCorps Vista, working with United Way of Lane County. So I was employed through Oregon Health Authority as a part of their AmeriCorps program. And I apologize for not explaining earlier, but VISTA stands for Volunteer and Service to America. And it's a 1 year volunteer program. And then Oregon Health Authority has different sites. So I'm working specifically with United Way of Lane County and working with their rural outreach project and helping support some of their marketing efforts.
Oh, wow. Many of us here doesn't know that there's a volunteer program like that. How do people get into that program?
Yeah, so it's wonderful. If you're interested in volunteering with AmeriCorps, you can go onto their website and they have an application portal. And in that application portal, you can type in all of the different subjects or topics that you're interested in and search through their different opportunities. They have sites all throughout the United States, and you can really pick and choose which ones best fit you, what your goals are. So the VISTA program, or Volunteer in Service to America program, is specifically about improving your own professional development while also working with organizations that need capacity building efforts. So yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity. And yeah, anyone who's interested can go on the website and look through some of the different opportunities and what might apply to their interests the best.
Yeah, very, very interesting and good to know that such a program is really available for youth here. And you say it's volunteering. How long have you been into volunteering?
Yeah, growing up, my school had a lot of different volunteer programs, and it was very closely connected with a local church. So I would volunteer through those growing up, and then entering into college, I had the amazing opportunity to lead different service projects throughout the United States and take part in those. Also, some of the service opportunities at my college went abroad, so I got to go to Laos and Cambodia, and
Interesting.
but yeah, so I've had service opportunities that I've had the privilege of engaging in from a young age, probably around middle school was when I first started.
So, what can you say are the positive aspect that you gain through your volunteer program that is so touching that you could be able to share with young youths here in Eugene, Oregon?
Yeah. So I think to me, one of the most um, valuable things that I get out of volunteer work is the aspect of community and being able to share experiences with the people that I'm working with, to learn from the communities that I'm working with. And yeah, I just love the aspect of community and how people come together to accomplish projects and goals. Yeah, the community piece is definitely my favorite. And I think that there's always so much to be learned and so much work to be done.
That is so true. That is so true. So, which country do you think is one of the nicest you had the opportunity to go there? And what did you gain from that country? Because you talk about Cambodia, but I'm not sure if Cambodia is the one.
I'm not sure, honestly. The only place that I've done volunteer service in outside of the US was in Laos and Cambodia, which was incredible. And that was my first experience outside of the United States. I got to go, as I said, as a part of my college program. So that was definitely a very impactful experience for me. I learned so much. And yeah, at the end of our week of service, the hosts that were hosting us in their home and the different people that were helping teach us how to build the schoolroom that we were building. Um, they, we were all calling each other family by the end of it. And it was such an incredible experience. And it was also so exciting to see this new schoolroom that had just been built and think about all the potential and opportunity that there is moving forward for specifically, it was built for rural people outside of the city that we were based in to be able to come in and stay in the dorm there whenever they couldn't transport back home.
I see. That is so interesting. You know, youth of today, so many of them are not opportune to know about this volunteer spirit and be able to engage in it in order to gain these opportunities and see the world at large and view things in different perspective. So your story could be able to move one or two youths here from Eugene to see that this is a plausible initiative for him or her to enjoy. So, what are the challenges you think being as a volunteer you can face so that we should be prepared while engaging in this journey?
Yeah, I definitely think, at least in relation to the AmeriCorps position that I'm in right now, um, there are so many benefits, but there are also some challenges, as you mentioned. Specifically, for example, you're paid a living stipend, which is great that they're compensating the volunteer work so that it makes it accessible to people who don't have the opportunity to take a full year without pay. So there is that living stipend, but it is still a rather small living stipend. So definitely some living adjustments might be necessary, and yeah, that can definitely be a challenge. For me, I'm fortunate to be able to have creative ways to work around it. Like I was able to move in with a couple housemates to limit the amount of money that I'd need to spend on housing and different things like that. And then I guess also another big challenge is whenever you're volunteering in a community that isn't the one that you are from, you might start to miss your family, your friends. Definitely moving here during a pandemic, I just moved from Pennsylvania. So from the opposite side of the country. Um, and I do find myself missing my family and friends a lot, especially during a pandemic. But I guess there's also a wealth of opportunity that's opened up with the virtual world and still being able to stay connected that way.
Yeah, I'm sure you know we are also family here, so we'll gladly have you as long as we can. And tell your family we share our love all together. Anyway, one more thing. As far as volunteering is concerned, are there some limits with some certain group of people that these kind of people cannot be part of the volunteer, or everybody should take the initiative? What do you think?
Thank you. Yeah, I think that it should be open to everyone. I know that specifically with AmeriCorps and the position that I'm in right now, a lot of the opportunities in the VISTA program um, are office-based opportunities. So people with any sort of physical disability um, can have that opportunity where to still volunteer in a way that isn't requiring sort of different physical challenges that they might face in other volunteer opportunities. And then, yeah, there are so many different volunteer opportunities out there and available that I think that um, it I'm hopeful that different volunteer programs would be able to work with everyone and really bring out the specialties that everyone can bring to different projects and the different pieces of different people's personalities and skill sets that can really be brought into any work.
Wonderful, wonderful. Hello, viewers. I'm sure you are getting the gist out of it and you are benefiting more and more on the options that are available for you to fill in the gap, scale your profile, volunteer, take the opportunity. They are all there for you. But before we close up this interview, as a youth, what can you tell your fellow youths here in Eugene? What can you really like encourage them to see the need to participate in any venture like this?
Yeah, I think a big encouragement is anyone who's interested in growing your professional development in a way that's meaningful and impactful on the community that you live with. It's an incredible experience, especially for youth. And especially for youth straight out of college or straight out of a sort of training program or institute. AmeriCorps offers an educational stipend at the end of your service that goes directly toward any sort of education funding needs that you might have, which is also another nice motivational piece that you're furthering your education, you're furthering your own professional development, and you're working with the community in ways that are impactful.
We are so glad to have you and so happy for what you're doing in our community and encouraging youths to see the need to take volunteerism as part of their portfolio to improve their CV and to improve their life. Because volunteerism makes you to meet with every kind of personality in a community and be able to stand challenges of time. That is part of volunteer. And we hope many more people are going to come up into our platform, ask more questions, and we'll forward them to you for you to know that these are the people asking the question. We are sure you'll be ready to answer them back.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I would love if anyone has any questions to be able to respond to them. And yeah, I, I'd love that opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, this is Wobility platform. We say it as it is, and we are here to stay. Feel free to log on our YouTube page, ask the questions that hard questions that you think, and we'll be ready to come back to you at any time. We are here to stay. We are here in Eugene, and this is Wobility platform. Thank you. Bye.